binoculars, so cool. No doubt by the end of the night, got their clothes coming off, then I make that.
Well, they can't win them all, but there's never a dull moment when the Jays take on the Yankees. And last night, yes, Toronto lost to New York 6-4 in extra innings. Tonight is the rubber match in this crucial series. And, of course, the man with the best hair in baseball, Buck Martinez, will be calling the game for Sportsnet. Welcome back, Buck.
Good morning. Great to be with you.
So good to see you. Before we get into all things boys in blue, I need to talk to you about your experiences, if you've had any, with the legendary Yogi Berra. As we all learned and showing all morning, he passed away last night at the age of 90.
Yeah, Yogi and I have known each other for a long time, and of course he was an iconic catcher, and people that don't even follow baseball know the name Yogi Berra. He was a terrific American. He was involved in the Normandy invasion as a teenager. He joined the Navy right away. He grew up in St. Louis, and you know what everybody...
Italian family.
Yes, very, very big Italian family. He was the youngest boy, and his father didn't want him to play baseball, but all of his other brothers were very good athletes as well, and they finally convinced him to let Larry play professional baseball, and he got a chance to sign, and he became the Yankees, and he was a three-time MVP. He was the best hitting catcher that we had ever seen, and he has 14 World Series appearances. He has 10 World Series rings, and when Derek Jeter won his 5th, he went over to Yogi and said, "What do you think?" And Yogi said, "You're only halfway there."
Right? It was like, look what I did. He lived an incredible life and saw so much.
Yeah.
And you said he gave back a lot, too. That was so important.
Yeah, he sure did. He's developed scholarships at Columbia University. He has a museum at Montclair State in New Jersey, and he just wanted to give so much back to his community, and he was such a big part of New York. He and his wife, Carmen, were married for 65 years, and they were a big part of the fabric of New York. He and George Steinbrenner had a falling out over his being fired. He was fired early in the season, and he wouldn't go back to Yankee Stadium.
Interesting.
And it was a long span where Yogi would not go to Yankee Stadium. No old-timers games, no appearances, nothing. And finally he was convinced that they should make up. Steinbrenner came to his museum, came through the back door, snuck in, didn't want anybody to know about it. And the first thing Yogi said was, "You're late."
And of course, I'm thinking they're going to do something tonight in memoriam. Do you think
I would think, well, the Yankees are here, of course, and you know, obviously they'll do something at Yankee Stadium, but I would think they're scrambling probably to acknowledge his passing, maybe a black armband or something very quickly. But yeah, he's going to be missed by a lot of people.
And as a catcher yourself, did you look up to him?
Absolutely.
As one of the great catchers
he was,
of all time?
you know, one of the guys that you would always associate to the position, and he was the prototypical catcher. He was 5'7" when he played. He was a little bitty guy, but he had so much stature, and you know, he caught a perfect game in the World Series. He caught Don Larson's perfect game. He was a 3-time MVP. He was just a terrific player, and I think everybody that knew Yogi will always remember him and look up to his memory.
Is that how he got the name Yogi? Is he was so stealth and zen?
Like
a yogi.
So. Yeah, he was nicknamed by a player. I believe it was Wes Westrom, a catcher as well, that nicknamed him Yogi because he was just kind of spiritual about the way he played baseball. He just had this innate feeling about how to get things done on a baseball field.
Amazing that you were able to meet him. Now let's talk about what's happening tonight, the most important game for the Jays. So a lot of people are saying there are cracks in the bullpen. Would you agree? And can they be fixed? Will it cause a problem?
I guess you could say there are cracks in the bullpen, but when you have a 20-year-old closer and a 23-year-old setup man, you're going to have ups and downs. And Aaron Sanchez and Roberto Osuna have been so good all year long, and they came out of nowhere. Sanchez started in the rotation, hurt his arm, went back into the bullpen, but Osuna has been incredible. 20 years old, and he's had some tough outings lately, but I know he's going to bounce back. They brought in Mark Lowe from Seattle, and he's been a great addition, but I think overall, when you win as a team for the first time, you're going to have peaks and valleys, and the Osuna at-bat against Jackie Bradley Jr. gave up the home run and cost the Blue Jays that game, but I think everybody on the team, the coaches, the manager, the pitching coach, have tremendous confidence in Osuna and Sanchez, and I know they're going to be back out there for big moments the rest of the way.
And in Marcus Stroman, the young superstar, what do you think about him?
He's a special young man, and he told us in spring training when he hurt his knee that I'll pitch in September, and not only is he pitching in September, but he's won his 2 starts. He has an absolute innate feeling about rising to the moment, and tonight they split the first 2 games. He's going to go to the mound. He's from New York. He made his debut this season against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium, and I don't think there's a better pitcher that we could send to the mound tonight than Marcus Stroman.
Buck, will they have their moment tonight?
Well, I expect them to win behind Stroman. I just think that, you know, the atmosphere, the fans, the whole thing has been terrific. And I think the fans need a lot of credit for supporting this team during this great stretch.
You know that imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. You know that you're a superstar, right?
I don't know if I'm a superstar. I get to be around the superstars.
Well, you are one, because our own news producer, Brendan, actually did a great impression of you yesterday. Would you like to see it?
Of course.
Oh, cue tape. Just
Hey,
like
you know
that?
what? Why don't you intro this story?
Yeah.
In the style of Buck.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can almost taste the playoffs.
Yes.
Meaningful baseball in September. Fans in Toronto have been waiting for this for a long time.
Wow. You know who's
Nailed it.
Buck's on the show tomorrow?
Oh, we should play this back for
Oh,
him
we
then.
will. Oh, we will.
See if
Sorry.
he appreciates that.
Love you.
How did he do?
The voice is very good. He's got to work on the hair.
He's got to work on that. Oh my gosh, listen to Buck tonight. There he is. There's Brendan. Oh, we can't hear him. This
Be the
is a
same
shame.
without you.
Say that again, Brendan.
I said we have nothing but respect for you, Buck. Jay's going to be the same without you, and I'm going to work on the hair.
Very good.
Oh, watch Buck do his thing tonight, 7 p.m. on Sportsnet as the Jays take on the Yankees. Thank you so much,
Should be
Buck.
fun.
Kev, over to you. Stirred up trouble. It was Kev's fault. He put him up to it.